Question 1 on quiz 10 is really just like a question off of quiz 11. They're giving us an equation and they want us to find all relative extrema. Relative extrema is just a fancy way for asking us to find peaks, maxes, or valleys, mins. So that's all we're concerned with. They're looking for peaks and valleys. And we've got a graphing calculator. So we'll do this the easy way by just taking this, popping that equation they give us into y1 on our calculator. Oops, 6x minus 4. And then from there, we'll graph it and do a second calc. And then depending upon the shape of the graph, if we see a peak, we'll do a calc max. If we see a valley, we'll do a calc min. If we see some of each, we'll do both of them. So the graph will just tell us what we need to do. So opening up our calculator, going into our y equals, and typing in that equation they gave us. So negative 5x squared plus 6x minus 4. We'll go ahead and graph that. And so what we can see is that we have a peak, and really only a peak happening right now. So we're looking at a max in this situation. So we're going to go second calc, and we'll go down to number 4, maximum. It'll ask us a series of 3 questions. The first 2 questions are going to be the ones we care about. First, it wants us to find a point to the left of wherever the max is, and we are to the left, so we go ahead and hit enter. Then it wants us to find a point to the right of where we think the max is, so we scroll to the right and hit enter. And then guess we don't care. And so what we're looking at right now is we have an x equals 0.6 and a y equals negative 0.22 for our max. So we have 0.6 comma negative 2.2. That's where our max is happening. You'll notice that they talk about using integers or fractions for any numbers, and 0.6 and negative 2.2 are definitely not integers or fractions. So we need to turn those into a fraction. So what you'll do is you'll just hit second quit, and back on the normal screen, we'll start with the x. We'll hit 0.6 and then math, and then number 1 in there says frac. It'll take that and turn that into a fraction for us. So the first answer here is going to be 3 over 5, comma. Then we'll do the same thing with that negative 2.2. So type in negative 2.2, hit math, frac, and then we'll end up with negative 11 over 5. So that's how you would want to enter the answer in, because they want integers or fractions.